Coming after Sonic Generations and Sonic Colors, Sonic Lost World is a game that once again tries to add a new type of gameplay style to the franchise. Which is pretty weird considering you'd assume Sega wouldn't try this sort of thing with success of Generations, Colors, and even a little bit of Sonic 4. So you'd assume the only type of gameplay style you see is boost power or just classic style. But no, they're apparently not afraid to take risks and be experimental with Sonic, even with the type of reputation he has beyond its fan base.
Now, my first impression for this game, I was a bit odd. It was such a drastic change in gameplay style. I mean, it did come after Sonic Colors and Sonic Generations, so I did have high hopes because those were some of the best Sonic games ever. So, does it live up to those expectations? Nope. No, it does not. But I'll explain that on the way, because right now, it's game time! Now, being experimental, you either tend to fall under hit or miss. Now, in this case, with this game, I would consider this falling under miss. Well, to begin with, let's start with control, because you know what's great about the classic games? One button does everything. The later mainstream games started having more buttons, but the overall control scheme wasn't too difficult, with the exception of probably Sonic Unleashed, because like pressing X to only attack still kind of throws me off a bit. But in this game, almost every button-like controller is put to use, including the touchscreen and gyro feature. The controls are a mess, and it kind of makes the game's learning curve like a bit more difficult just for about anybody to get into, especially with the lack of a tutorial level and the fact that you have to pause to read the hints about the game. This seriously has to be the most broke Sonic ever, because he can do just about everything in this game. A double jump, a somersault, homing attack, homing kick, a charged homing attack, parkour. Seriously, what is the point of parkour if Sonic can already run up freaking walls? So you can do a spin dash and a run button.
I don't want to take a long shower by the time we're done.
Yeah, you have a run button. It was mostly done to slow Sonic down to put more of an emphasis on platforming and exploration instead of, just linear speed gameplay. This wasn't the first time this sort of thing happened. The same kind of gameplay is kind of relevant in Sonic 2006. You know what both have in common? Bland level design. Both are very slow-paced and most of the time have very uninteresting, clunky gimmicks. But if you were to ask me which one I'd rather play, I'd say Sonic 06. Because as broken as it is, for me the game feels more linear and Sonic-like with its tropes and assets. As where Sonic Lost World takes more inspiration from the Mario series, which, the game developers have admitted to this before, and they're not really trying to hide it anyway. Putting Mario-like level design really doesn't work well for Sonic, mostly because it seems to result in running through straight lines, lack of slopes or loops, and even the lack of a ranking system in the main mode. Something positive I can say is the soundtrack is decent. I really do like the music in this game and the graphics that go with it. The game maintains a 60 frames per second. That's good. Now, if only it was a Sonic game doing that, not a Mario game. Oh yeah, there's also kind of a story to all this. It's kind of just there, and it's not really that interesting. It's about Sonic trying to stop Eggman again. Then, while he's trying to do that, he discovers a lost hex.
Whoa, what's that in the clouds?
That must be the lost hex. Cool.
Less looking, more landing.
All right, I can land this, but it's gonna be broken.
There's also these new bad guys called the Deadly Six. And they cause Sonic and Eggman to work together. I mean, there are some fun moments I got out of it, since it's going for a whole Saturday morning sitcom vibe. But other than that, I got more interest out of Sonic Colors cutscenes more than this game's. But it's still okay for what it is. Other than that, there's also items. The Wisps are back from Sonic Colors. They're not as fun to use as they were in that game. They're still situational, and they still don't have to be used. But they're just not as fun as they were like in Sonic Colors. It's just like kind of bland to use them. Also, you don't even see them often as you usually do. There's also this weird suitcase on the bottom of the touchscreen. It holds items like a bomb whisk or invincibility, but those are usually useless. Also, I don't get is there's Boost shoes. I'm not sure why this item is here, considering Sonic doesn't go very fast in this game. You know, give me a second. Let me see how this works. All it does is all it's doing is holding the run button for me, and it's playing Sonic Colors music. You know, this game is boring me to tears. Let's just get this over with already, so I can play a better game like Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Cue the montage.
To take your toys away.
When it's the only thing keeping 6 angry Zeti from controlling my mechs, you moronic hedgehog.
Somebody messed up royally because we don't have Sonic.
We know.
Unlike most Sonic games, this game is not meant for speedrunning, which is sort of odd considering the main gimmick of the franchise is speed. What most people expect from a Sonic game is the ability to go fast. That's what the series has always been marketed as.
Man, stay off the light speed. My bad.
When you don't have that fast action gameplay, it's usually made up for by having very fluid platforming. When you don't have either, you'll most likely end up with a dull experience. And Sonic Lost World is one of the most boring Sonic games I have ever played. Not one of the worst, that title belongs to the 3DS version, but I'll get to that piece of crap another day. To my disappointment, it doesn't get any better from here. But I am still a fan of this crappy, polarizing franchise. And I still am looking forward to that 25th anniversary game. Hopefully that's any good. And with that being said, I'm K9Biskuts. Logging out, everybody.
Mark, it's over. Turn your dumb ass around.
Mark, stop.
Pay the fucking attention. You're gonna die.
Going to die.
Fix the camera. Yo, where's the fucking Yo, where's the stove? That's how you dash. Now you know how to run. Calm the fuck down.